as Sir Criston Cole conquers minor lords north of King's Landing and turns them into loyal soldiers for the royal army. His glory on the battlefield is making him look like more of a hero than King Egon too. The people call him the Kingmaker, which is probably his best nickname so far. Never forget that Daemon called him last season. Call him what you may, but Executioner is a new one. Following the Battle of Duskendale, he beheads Lord Gunthar Darklyn, a name and place we need not remember because they're both headless. In terms of beheadings, it's a particularly choppy night. Daemon is currently going insane in Harrenhal. He's slicing up visions of young Rhaenyra. When King Egon II yells at Larys for allowing Daemon to take his castle, the club-footed weasel reminds Egon that Harrenhal is more crippled than I am and likely to drive Daemon to madness. He's not wrong. One night, Daemon is responsible for one of the silliest images shown on House of Dragons so far. He wears Aemon's eye patch. Rhaenyra's uncle husband also drinks some mysterious poison brewed by a witch named Alys Rivers. It forces him to lose even more of his mental and physical faculties. I don't know why he would ever drink it, but Daemon is beyond lost at this point. He meets with Lord Tully, which is a name that should ring a few bells for Thrones fans. House Tully, as the Lords of Riverrun, eventually produces Catelyn Stark, her brother Edmure, and her crazy sister, Lysa Arryn of the Vale. There's just one problem. The current head of the family is a young boy. Lord Grover Tully is old and ill, and he names his inexperienced grandson Oscar as his heir. Daemon suggests to Oscar that he should place a pillow over Lord Grover's head and speed along his grandfather's death. House Tully is a fish without a head, Daemon spits. It sounds like a common theme this week. Later, Lord Blackwood tells Daemon that they won't join his side in the war until he helps them defeat the Brackens. Fine. It sounds like a video game side quest, if I've ever heard one. Back in King's Landing, Egon is in a wartime meeting, too. As he plays with his big marble, Larys reveals that he controls all his family's money at Harrenhal, so the castle is essentially penniless. I need to be informed of these things, he tells his council. I must not be made to look a fool. Aemon, fresh from his brother's full frontal humiliation last episode, informs the council that he and Cole are planning the war without anyone else's approval. Next on the agenda, Cole marches the army to a small castle north of King's Landing named Rook's Rest. Lord Staunton of Rook's Rest allegedly sits on Rhaenyra's council, and the castle is located directly between Dragonstone and Harrenhal. We'll have Dragonstone effectively cut off by land, he explains. It's not a disastrous plan, but it does leave them open to an attack from either side. Do you have a wiser strategy? Aemon chides Egon in ancient Valyrian. The king responds with his own broken Valyrian. I can have to. Make a war? Sad. Complaining to his mother about the council, Egon Roman II says that no one cares what he thinks. And what thoughts do you have? Alicent responds. Do you think simply wearing the crown imbues you with wisdom? Why not read a book? Egon, touch grass. It was my hope that you would honor the burden of your new duties, in the hope that you would be half the man your father was, she continues. You should humbly seek our opinions and counsel. You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne. She suggests he do nothing and let them rule, but I disagree. He should contribute. Maybe watch a couple YouTube videos titled, 10 Things I Wish I Knew Before I Became King. Alicent also drinks abortion tea, which is one of House of the Dragon's favorites. It appears